Hi, I'm Sherrod Sturrock. I am the director of the Calvert Marine Museum here in Solomons, Maryland. I am a relatively new director, only the third in the museum's history. I have been the deputy director for 11 years and then in January stepped up as director after the former director retired. Calvert Marine Museum has been around for 46 years now, and it tells three stories of the Chesapeake region. We tell the prehistory of the Miocene epoch. We tell the natural history. We have a 15-tank aquarium that includes everything from otters to snakeheads to lionfish, where you can learn about the animals of the Chesapeake. And then we also tell the maritime story of this region, from the time of early contact with Native Americans all the way up through the present day. So it's a museum that really has something for everyone. We also have lighthouses. We have two lighthouses, the Drum Point Lighthouse and the Cove Point Lighthouse. We have the Laura Oyster House, which is a former processing plant, and we have two iconic Chesapeake workboats that both take people out on the river. The Tennyson, which was a bi-boat, and it's a bug-eye, classic bug-eye, and then we have the Dee of St. Mary's, which is one of the skipjack fleet. So we're a pretty well-rounded museum. Well, I enjoy many things about the museum. I love this place, but I have to say one of my favorite moments was when one of our founders, Alton Kersey, was here. He and his wife Joanne used to come and volunteer every first Friday, and they were in their 80s at this point. He would come in and he would teach kids how to lasso, or I guess it's not lassoing here, how to tie a rope so that they could tie their boat up and throw it over the piling and pull it tight. And he had a thing set up and a rope, and kids loved it. So one night, the end of First Free Friday, he's on his way out, and this little kid comes up to him and he says, "I love this place. This is the best place in the whole world." And Alton came to me, he practically had tears in his eyes, and he said, "This is what it's all about." It was such a beautiful story because he and a group of other people had started this museum back in 1970 to preserve the maritime culture of the area that they saw disappearing. So for him, in his 80s, to be back here volunteering and hear a child say that was beautiful. So that's one of my favorite moments. Well, we are fortunate. We're a county museum, and so the county owns our buildings. The county pays most of the staff's salaries. We raise all of the funding for what goes on inside of those buildings. So we raise all the money for the exhibits, all the money for the programs, all the money for the collections and maintenance, and success breeds success. So we've been very fortunate in our fortunes going forward. Our attendance at this point is about 80,000 people, but one of our challenges has always been to get people who lived beyond Prince Frederick, sort of north of Prince Frederick, or beyond St. Mary's County, up in Charles County, to take the time to visit. It's very interesting how many people live within a, I would say, 45-minute radius who say, "Oh yeah, I've always meant to visit your museum. I've just never gotten there." And yet when they come, they're going, "Oh my gosh, I had no idea." In fact, I was at the Maritime Festival one day. I was out walking on the boardwalk, and here comes this middle-aged couple, and the woman is giving the man what for, just reading him the riot act. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on with this couple?" And she's saying to him, "Why didn't you tell me this was such a wonderful place? We could have been coming here for years. Look at all the time we've wasted." I thought, well, it's too bad they're fighting, but it's a good thing to fight about. People do discover that there is so much more here than they expected. We call it Smithsonian quality on a local scale, and there's plenty of parking. So getting people to discover the treasures in their own backyard is always a challenge, and so that's one we confront all the time. The museum has events going on every day, every weekend, all the time. But our big season starts rolling in as spring hits. We have Ottermania, which is an annual event. This event sort of is aimed toward the younger members of our group that come in. We have lots of otter activities. You can get otter face paint. You can do the otter dance. We have our otter mascots here. And you get to meet our new otter. We now have 3 otters. It's very exciting. So Ottermania is a lot of fun. We also have a lot of music going on here at the museum. We have a maritime performance series that goes all through the winter. This is an indoor series that celebrates American roots music. We also have a First Free Friday. The first Friday, not of every month, but of many months during the year, we are open from 5 to 8 for free to the public. It's a great opportunity to visit, especially for new people in the community or people with big families, and we often have local music. We also are looking forward to a summer of lots of activities, and starting in May, we start doing our public sails on the Dee of St. Mary's and public cruises on the Tennyson. So there is an opportunity for people to get out on the water every weekend on a sunset history cruise, on a lighthouse exploration, on a special 2-hour sail on the Dee of St. Mary's. Lots going on. So it's all on our website. Just check it out. Just Calvert Marine Museum, all one word, all lowercase, .com. And if you Google Calvert Marine Museum, there's something that says official website, and that's where you want to go. You can also go there to buy tickets for our big summer outdoor concert series. We've got our first concert June 28th, classic rock. I can't tell you, but it will be announced soon. Oh, that is such a good question. When people come here, we talk to them about membership, because the best way to start getting involved is to be a member. And membership, we have individual membership, family membership, all kinds of membership levels. And once you're a member, you can become a volunteer. We have a phenomenal volunteer corps. We have 465 active volunteers who are involved in every aspect of what we do, from feeding the fish, to building the boats, to taking care of our collection, to helping with educational programs. They're everywhere, they do everything, they are invaluable to us. Members also have the ability to join one of our affiliate groups. We have 7 different affiliates or clubs. These are groups of members who come together around a common interest or passion, and we support them. We give them space, we provide whatever they need to work. So I see Jim Wilson out here. He's with the Patuxent Small Craft Guild. That's a group that takes care of our wooden boats and maintains the Dee of St. Mary's. We have a group that takes care of our grounds if you'd like to garden. We have a group that builds and sails model boats. That's a great group. We have a group that has a purple martin colony. They take care of the house, they support the martins, they do education about the martins. We have a canoe and kayak club, and these guys go out a couple times, or not guys, these people go out a couple times a month, and they do wonderful canoe trips. They usually end up at a local restaurant, wonderful camaraderie. And we have a fossil club, and these are fossil enthusiasts who get to go out with our curators, do digs, get lectures, they get the newsletter, our Fora. So these are tremendous opportunities to find groups of people who share your passion, and it's a way to help us meet our mission and for you to fill that gap in your life. We interpret the prehistory, natural history, and maritime heritage of the Patuxent River and Chesapeake Bay through our collections, exhibits, and interpretive programs. We are a community museum, we are an interactive museum, and we want to be a place where people come again and again that has something for all ages. So I think what we really do is help people discover a sense of place, because we help them understand where they are in the world and how they fit in. So that's a mission.